welcome to the channel. On this episode, me and my buddy Zerfas are headed down to Finish Line RC Raceway and Hobby Shop to do a little bit of indoor carpet racing. Let's get into it. Roll that intro. Finish Line Raceway is a little more than 2 hours from our normal track. Here we are, just made it to Finish Line Raceway and Hobbies. Should be a good night of racing. Walking in the door here, this is our first look at this track. Looks like a fun little track. If you're into 10th scale RC off-road racing, you know that a 17.5 turn motor is considered stock. Here at Finish Line, they run mostly 21.5 turn motors and modified motors in their buggy classes. Initially, Zerfas and I were the only two that signed up for a 17.5 buggy. But some of the locals found out we wanted to run it, so they swapped a 17.5 motor into their car, and we ended up with 4 cars in that class. Something that's a little unusual is there's a whole heat of mini truggies running on carpet, running on slick tires. I've never seen that before. Alright, here we are at the beginning of the 17.5 buggy A-main. I had a rough qualifying throughout the night, but managed to pull it out in the end and qualify second for this. Of course, I proceeded to throw it all away in this main. Doesn't take me very long here and I start making mistakes. Looking pretty good so far. But I kind of nicked this corner right here, and that's where it starts falling apart. Messed up a little there. Kind of a wide corner here. My buddy Zerfas is right behind me. I don't want him to get by me because, you know, of course I want to win, and I blow it. Now I've gone from second to last, and it doesn't get much better. Kind of putting my head down here thinking, well, if I run clean laps, I can catch him. I'm going to have to get past him. He can be pretty fast at times. Maybe there's hope. Maybe I'll get him. Zerfas made a mistake. I caught back up to him. I think I blow it in this corner. Nope. Oh, pulled that one out. I blow it soon, though. I blow it right there. Had to wait to be marshaled. Now I really got to put my head down and run clean. Nope, still a wide corner. Almost nicked the wall again. Traction roll. Wait for a marshal. This is costly. This heat is turning into just control practice here because I'm not anywhere near passing anybody. I'm running last. Granted, there's only 4 cars, but I'm still running last. I don't want to hold the leader up here, but I also don't want to end up a lap down. So I am trying to stay in front of him as long as I'm not holding him up. Here, I'm trying to let him go because he came up on me pretty good. And he makes a little mistake here, and then I'm back by him, so we're in the same boat. He's probably going to want to get by me. But I also don't want to slow down, and I'd like to not lose a whole lap. Yep, me pulling over, trying to let him go. He made another mistake, and we're in the same boat again. Something else that's a little different here. Normally, most places you go, a main is run by time. Here, the main is set for 25 laps, which is a little unusual for off-road. I've done that in oval, and oh, there I go, messing up again. Waiting on a marshal. I mean, it's... Put a fork in it, I'm done. This is my newer B7 buggy, and it's a good car. It's a little bit off. My older car actually handles a little better than this one, but I haven't put as much time into getting this car to handle the way I like it as I should. Yep, another mistake. At this point, I'm just thinking, when is this heat gonna be, or this main gonna be over? I'm hoping for redemption in the 21.5 buggy main. And if you've made this many mistakes, why not make a few more? That was a decent corner. I like to get really close to that wall there. It's not a good habit to get into. Wide corner. Alright, looks like we're done.
Okay guys, we got 25 laps to sort this out, so here we go, 21.5.
Alright, here we go. This is the 21.5 buggy A-main. We had a bit of a rough start here. They ended up calling a restart. We'll line them up again. I actually run pretty good in this main. Had a little bit of contact at the beginning of this thing with this teal-colored car guy. Sorry, it wasn't my intention. I probably should have waited longer, but I don't know, trigger finger, and I took off. You guys will all see what I'm talking about here in a second when we get through this first corner.
Okay, let's try this again. Everyone get past the 180. This doesn't have nothing to do with you.
Things can happen so fast in these races. Then you watch the video later and you're like, oh, I should have waited. See, I kind of took him out here. Spun him around, and I ended up taking off on him. But now that that's over with, I ran much better in this race than I did in the 17.5 buggy race. Like I said, this car feels better. Seems like it handles better. And I was really looking for some redemption after that last race. I knew I can drive better than that. Despite the fact that this car's only got a 21.5 motor in it. It's got to be the handling, because I think this car is actually faster than my 17.5 car. Yeah, I'm just thinking clean laps, don't make any mistakes, do your best to try to catch first and second place, which are just up there. I'm still hoping at this point I can catch them. From the driver's stand, you can't really see where anybody else is, but just out of the corner of my eye, I can catch them. At this point, I was unsure who that white car was. I didn't remember if it was a lap car I was getting ready to put a lap down, or it was second place. I was unsure. At this point, you know, we both mess up, but I'm still not sure who this guy is. I don't know the locals well enough. I don't know who anybody's name is, so even when the announcer calls them, I don't really know who that is, and I can't associate it with a car. If this is second place, I want to get by him cleanly, you know, but I'm still not sure. I do get by him here. Kind of in my head, I'm thinking, what's the announcer going to say? Am I going to be called in second now? But I wasn't. I think it was just a lap car. At this point, I really don't know where first and second is, but I'm running third, and so I'm just trying to run good laps and keep going. As far as I know at this point, I got a pretty good gap on fourth place because I don't see anybody behind me. Catching up to some more cars here, thinking I'm going to want to get by these guys, but I'm going to want to do it cleanly. I got by that one. Now the blue car here is Zerfas. His 21.5 car is blue. His 17.5 car is orange. Both my cars are painted exactly the same, so you almost can't tell on the video. They're basically the same. Looks like I got by Zerfas. I didn't see how that happened.
3 laps to go. 1 second to gap. That is second place Sam behind him.
This run is definitely better than my 17.5 main. Despite having a little incident with that teal colored car at the beginning of this, I think it's pretty clear I had the speed. I just wish I was a little cleaner at the start.
Really done. Little Daddy done. Wilkinson done. Stocky's done. Dirty Kurt done. All drivers are good. One cheeseburger done.
Racing is over for the night. I think Zerfas and I both had a good time. It was nice to come down and meet some guys that we hadn't met before, race at a new place. Now it's just time to pack up and start that 2-hour drive home. Maybe get some food. Get out there and live, boys and girls. This world can be a pretty dark place, but you don't have to go along with it. Be kind, be positive, enjoy life.